Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Living the Dream podcast. My name's Mark Cridland. I'm the one that tries to hold this all together and give it some sort of normality. And I'm joined this week just by Mr. Paul Tingy. Yes, AMJ did a runner. He's gone away somewhere again, but we'll explain that in the podcast. So this is episode 2 of our rejuvenated podcast, and we're calling it Technical Difficulties, and you'll find out why. We do have many technical difficulties, and it is a shorter podcast than usual due to that. But yeah, we're going to blame AMJ because he wasn't around, so we blame him. It's his fault. We do have a little bit of news about a guy did something silly on a beach, and then we're joined by our celebrity guest for the quiz, and it's Mr. Steve Nightingale. There's not that much in this week's podcast, to be honest. It's a shorter one, but we'll be back next week, hopefully with no technical difficulties, and we're back to normal with an AMJ as well. So now just sit back, relax, and enjoy a slightly shorter version of Living the Dream podcasts.
But first, a word from this week's sponsor.
Hey Adam, would you like a slice of bread?
No, I want a slice of toast.
Kids don't have £1 million to spend on a toaster.
You don't need a toaster anymore, you absolute dingbat. What you need to do is go to www.mailordertoast.co.uk. They've got all the flavours. They've got jam and many, many more. Also, they're sponsoring this podcast. If you go to www.mailordertoast.co.uk, you will get 37% off your first order, which will arrive to you in 5 to 7 working days. Remember, mail order toast. Delicious. Might be a bit cold, but it's still delicious. Please, we need the money. Mail order toast sponsors Living the Dream podcast.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
I was waiting for our special guest, who came and left. And not only that, we don't have a blooming AMJ this week either.
Yeah, don't know where he's gone. He said, screw you guys, I want some money, and he left.
Yeah, he left us all alone.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna take it personally now that he'd rather be off earning money than recording this podcast
For free.
Yeah, damn you, AMJ. But please do come back next week.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that he didn't pay the tax man for all those years, because last year he didn't earn a single penny, so it was a good job he had some savings in the bank.
Yeah, kind of made up for it.
Yep. A bit like... we are making up. He has paid his taxes, or at least he assures us he has.
Apparently so.
Apparently so. Here we've got a good quiz lined up. Geraldine is not going to be the scorekeeper tonight.
That's if we can get hold of our guest. We've been trying to see where he is for a little while. We had internet connection issues. He's told us he's coming, but...
no, it sounds like we're having internet difficulties. You've just cut out on me.
Weird. Don't know what's going on today.
Connection is lost. Oh, God.
Uh-oh. It's all going Pete Tong. Are you still there? I think Paul has frozen. He's got one of these obsessions. Let it go.
Hello?
Hello. I can hear you.
Yeah, I've just turned my camera off now. I'll turn it back on for the group photo later. But I just completely lost all connection.
Fair enough. I think I should do the same. Camera off. There you go. That's better, right? See, technical stuff, behind the scenes information, just like we had when we were doing the Living the Dream live show. So it's all, as it was before. So.
To be honest, this has become more shambolic since we've changed the name.
It has, yeah. We've kind of rolled back into the Living the Dream mentality and gone, let's see what happens.
Oh, dear. Annoyingly, though, the last 2 weeks I've actually been more prepared than I ever have been.
Yeah, it's strange. And then AMJ buggers off, so...
just like the old days.
It is, yeah. Now, I mean, last time he buggered off down to Devon or Cornwall, wherever it was, and we never saw him for months, which ties in quite nicely in that I've got a news story about a guy down in Cornwall.
He claimed to be working on the Haven holiday parks, but we all know he was on the tax haven.
Yeah, that's where he went. But yeah, this news story about a guy, he's 18 and he'd done something a little bit silly on Newquay Beach down in Cornwall. Now, when you're a little kid, you like to build sandcastles and maybe dig little holes in the sand, stuff like that on the beach. It's just a bit of fun. This guy took it a little bit too far and he's 18, he's a grown man. What do you reckon he did?
On Newquay Beach. Now, I went to Newquay Beach on my honeymoon.
Ooh.
Or I should say, our family moon, because our son Coda came with us. Right, on Newquay Beach, 18 years old. Now, it's a fairly dense sand,
Yes.
but it did help that it was raining when we were there, so it's quite dense. And there's lots of crabs on there. Did he try going crabbing, but with he used an interesting bait?
No.
Basically, what I'm saying, did he get his willy wanger out and dangle it for crabs?
No, it's much more innocent, but could have been deadly.
Did he dig a hole so big and it fell on top of him?
Yes, he was a numpty. He dug a hole, and just that. I mean, he was a silly sod. He dug a hole so deep that you couldn't see him.
Did he get to Australia?
Well, I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get to Australia. But yeah, it got so deep, and of course, as you say, the sand is dense, so it just kind of collapsed in on top of him. He was really lucky not to have like been crushed or suffocated. But the police and the fire brigade turned up and they rescued him. A statement from the fire brigade was, "Please don't dig huge holes in the sand. Sand is partial to collapse, and the dry weight is around a ton per meter cube." So, and he dug down and he couldn't be seen. When he stood up, you couldn't see him. So it was more than 6 feet deep, and that's a lot of heavy sand around him. So he was very lucky to get away with that. But yeah, they've said don't do it, don't do it. I mean, the pictures look really good. It looked like there's some sort of a full-on rescue. There's lifeguards. There's all sorts there trying to rescue the guy. But yeah, so he was lucky to get away with it.
To be honest, if you are going to dig big, silly bits of sand as well, make sure you do a proper risk assessment and ensure you do have safe egress from the hole.
Yes. So, your posh words.
1974 Health and Safety at Work Act Section 2 does state that you should have a safe entrance and exit, or ingress and egress. There you go. It may not be Section 2, but I know it's from the Health and Safety Work Act 1974. But anyway, that's not funny. And but talking of funny, we should really start a quiz.
Well, we should, but I don't know if the guest actually turned up at last.
Yeah, he's sat. He's sitting, waiting patiently.
Well, do you want to put your camera on, and I'll put my camera on, and we'll see if we can take a nice selfie before we start the quiz.
Yeah, why not?
Is your camera going to work? Because for me at the moment,
my camera's on.
Ah, there you go. You're there. I can see you. Our guest. I'm not going to say your name yet because is Dave going to introduce the guest?
Of course he is. We can't break tradition.
So we can't mention a name. Can you move to show that you're there? Because at the moment he's actually there. Right. Let's take our nice selfie that we do before we start. Do the selfie. Amazing. Let's have the picture. We have a picture. We have a picture. It's not a great picture, but it's a picture.
We are living the dream. Are you?
So, I think maybe then we should call Dave in and crack on with the quiz. So, Dave, are you actually around? I haven't seen you so far today. Dave? Where are you?
Here I am. Sorry, I was just putting my headphones on, so I couldn't hear you. Paul just told me to quickly say something, and so I did. So, hello, here I am, and we've got a special guest today.
Ooh. Who is it?
He's a guest, special celebrity guest. Introduce yourself, please.
Hello, Rat fans. It's me, Steve Nightingale from Rock Blogs.
Oh, it's Steve Nightingale from Rock Blogs. Nice to have you with us. And
Thank you.
there is also a change to the regular lineup. We've got no AMJ this week.
Hooray! Oh, sorry.
And there's bad news because I've lost my scorekeeper and answerer giver. Because Geraldine is going to be one of the teams. Well, it's a solo team. She's going to be there by herself. Geraldine, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hi there, I'm Geraldine. I've been part of this podcast from about episode 7, and it doesn't get any fucking better. But hey, I'm here, I'm having fun, and just in case you forgot, I am a giraffe, and my boyfriend is called Benefit Bear, who recently was on holiday for the majesty of her queen. I was meant to say pleasure for her queen, not for the majesty of her queen. That don't make sense. Have we lost Mr. Nightingale again?
I don't know.
Oh, Mr. Nightingale, if you're there, can you say hello?
Hello! Sorry, I was actually doing what you just did and removed my headphones.
Oh, no, that's a silly thing to do.
Right.
I was putting them on because Paul and me have to share, and Geraldine's got her own pair now. Right, we're going to crack on with the quiz. With question number 1. And this week,
Hello.
start with...
I'm here. I haven't got
Hello?
introduced. I feel left out now.
Will you just be patient, DJ Critters?
No.
We're going to start off with question number 1, which is going to be answered by DJ Critters. DJ Critters, before you answer this question, can you please introduce yourself?
Don't feel like it now. Got a sulk in the
Okay.
corner.
Question number 1.
No, I am Mark. I am the producer. And even with all these technical difficulties, we still soldier on.
We still believe that it's coming home. Right.
Don't know what
First
it is.
question to DJ Critters. What is the most common colour of toilet paper in France?
In France?
Yeah,
I'm going to go with green.
green. Oh, normally I'm the elephant that doesn't know the answers. But this week I've had to research the answers because I don't have Geraldine.
Well, unfortunately for you, Dave, that you did actually give me the question still, so I do know all the answers.
Oh, Geraldine, you're such a tease. But what is the most common colour of toilet paper in France, Geraldine?
The answer to that is pink, I believe.
Okay, over to you, Mr. Nightingale. What is
Hello.
the most common colour of toilet paper in France?
I think it's pink as well.
Oh, congratulations. I don't like Geraldine's silly point system. You get 1 point each for getting the answer correct.
Don't take the shit out of my pointing system. It's taken me a long time to devise.
Oh, sorry, Geraldine. I didn't mean to upset you. Moving on to question number 2. And this one is going to go to Geraldine first. Which bird is nicknamed the Laughing Jackass?
Oh, you cheeky fucking elephant, you changed the fucking question. I don't know the answer to this one, so I'm going to say a magpie.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. Stephen Nightingale, which bird is nicknamed the Laughing Jackass?
I think it's some kind of kingfisher.
Okay, the Kingfisher. Looking at you now, DJ Critters.
Now,
What?
I think...
Hold on, let me ask the question.
Go on then.
Are you ready?
I'm ready now. Go on.
Good. Which bird is nicknamed the Laughing Jackass?
I think it's a kookaburra. Because they have a weird noise to them.
Now, one of you have got the answer correct. And it doesn't pay to cheat, Geraldine, because you are incorrect. Congratulations to DJ Critters. He got the answer correct.
I remember seeing some sort of information at Wing and Wildlife Park, actually. That's where I remember it from.
Well, this isn't QI, but thanks for the extra information.
That's all right.
Right. This one goes to Steve Nightingale. Henry VIII introduced which tax in England in 1535?
What was it? It wasn't income tax or VAT. No, or money back.
No guarantee.
Was it the wife tax?
Oh, finally, someone said something amusing on this quiz.
Hooray!
DJ Critters, what tax did Henry VIII bring out in 1535?
Was it a... I'm going to try and be serious for once. Was it the poll tax, which is now known as council tax?
Oh, the poll tax. There's a very serious answer.
That's to make sure to tax everyone that used poles to go down the River Thames.
And
boats.
What silly punts?
Language.
And also, you said you was going to give a serious answer, so it wouldn't have been who was the line judge in the John McEnroe famous tirade. You cannot be serious. That's my impression of John McEnroe. So, Geraldine, in 1535. Oh, crowd noise. In 1535, what did Henry VIII introduce a tax on?
Now, I'm afraid I do actually know this one. It's beards, and I didn't know that one before.
Oh, Geraldine's completely correct. Geraldine's got 2 points, and DJ Critters and Steve Nightingale have got 1 each.
Really? Beard tax?
It's really beard tax. It was part of a quiz show that I once watched, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. And I wonder if Dave watched it with me.
Oh, yeah, I should have remembered that.
Tax your beard.
Yeah, that's why if you see his beard from 1535, it's much shorter.
Bloody hell.
So, next question. And this one is going to Geraldine. Geraldine, in 1978, an Iowa judge dismissed a drink driving charge for what obscure reason?
I'm going to have to think about that one. Now, was it that this man wasn't actually a man? It was a gorilla driving the car.
Oh, that's a very good guess. Stephen Nightingale. In 1978, an Iowa judge, this is in America, dismissed a drink driving charge for what obscure reason?
He was in the passenger seat. He wasn't actually driving. He was trying to drive with his feet from the other side of the car because he was watching something good on the television.
It's effing ridiculous.
It is effing ridiculous.
You stopped me from saying that. Right, DJ Critters, I think you might know the answer to this one. In 1978, an Iowa judge dismissed a drink driving charge for what obscure reason?
Now, for those who are regular listeners of the podcast, will remember this question from a while back.
Yeah, can you remember the answer? Because interestingly, Trevor Feelgood was the guest when this question was asked.
I think, my memory's not that great, but I think it was that the judge was drunk.
Oh, you're so close, DJ Critters.
Oh.
The person who was drink driving was too drunk to give a sample, so there was no evidence.
See, I was close.
No, I prefer my answer. It's definitely a gorilla driving. Or it might have been a chimpanzee. I've seen them do it in PG Tips adverts. And if you're ever given a PG Tips trading card, be grateful and don't leave it behind. We're looking at you, Bennett.
Right, okay.
Exactly. And do you know what PG Tips also do?
Cup of tea.
Oh, they do. Now, Stephen Nightingale, the next question, and the last question. Oh, I tell you, actually, we're going to have a bonus question at the end.
Oh.
But the last question for normal questions. Stephen Nightingale, true or false? You can sneeze in your sleep.
That is true, I think.
DJ Critters, can you sneeze in your sleep? True or false?
I'm going to say false.
Geraldine, can you sneeze in your sleep? True or false?
That's a very badly worded question, Dave. That's a yes or a no, not true or false. You should have said, you can sneeze in your sleep, true or false. So for that reason, I'm going to say this question counts for nothing because it's badly worded.
Geraldine, what about if I said you can sneeze in your sleep, true or false?
In that case, I shall answer it. And you know what? I've never seen anyone sneeze in their sleep. And I've watched many people sleep. And it is as creepy as it sounds. So I'm going to go with false.
Oh, congratulations, it is false. Well done, DJ Critters and the wonderful Geraldine. Geraldine's on 3 points, DJ Critters on 2, and bringing up the rear is Stephen Nightingale on 1.
Nice.
Good morning, madam.
Now, this one is fastest buzzer first. Now, we don't actually have buzzers.
I do.
Critters.
I've got one.
I don't like that. That hurt my open ears.
I can't tell if there's actual sound effects now or Mark's talking. I don't know. These could all be pre-recorded.
Now, so DJ Critters, can you make a noise with your mouth, please, to be your buzzer?
Can I use this one?
Oh, hello.
If that's come from your mouth, then yes.
How about this one?
I want to have what she's having.
Stephen Nightingale, can you make a noise, please? Geraldine, can you make a noise?
This quiz is fucking shit.
Oh, thanks, Geraldine. Right. Who invented the word vomit? Make your noise if you think you know the answer. Oh, Nightingale.
Was it old Billy Shakespeare?
I'll accept
William.
Yes, it is William Shakespeare. So that brings you into second place. But the winner this week is Geraldine.
Oh, thanks very much. I can't believe I finally won the quiz. And I think it's the first time I've taken part of that storming off. I'd like to thank my fans and Dave for giving the answers. And a big congratulations to Steve Nightingale for finally getting his webcam to work.
Briefly.
Thank you. Where's my medal?
So, because we've got two guests this week, I'm going to get 2 sign-offs. So, we'll start with Geraldine. Geraldine, have you got any words of advice?
If you're cut short, don't take a piss on the corner of the police station because you get into trouble.
Thank you. Stephen Nightingale, have you got any words of inspiration, please?
Oh, yeah. When you're at the train station, never piss with the door open because you might get it all over the station.
Ooh, that's quite funny. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So,
it's a proper joke.
It's a proper joke. Not used to those on this place. So, we've got to say a big congratulations to Geraldine again. A big thank you to DJ Critters. But the biggest of thanks to Steve Nightingale. And that was E.G. Example Given. The Elephant Laugh Quiz. Thank you.
While we've got Mr. Steve Nightingale here, have you got anything else that you would like to talk about whilst you're here, while you got the chance? Because we've never met you before.
No, I'm the last person that was in the Barnes Identity, but I left before the reviewer turned up, so I don't think I count. I know you're trying to get everyone who was on there on it, but I thought, no, this is rubbish, this show. I'm just going to leave. And I got the first train back to Seven Oaks.
Well, yeah, I'd heard it was a rubbish show.
Yeah, Paul Tingy brings it up every time he's got an available moment.
The worst one, of course, is that Chris Barnes. He's terrible.
Oh, I don't like him. No. His little beard. He should be taxed for his little beard, I think.
Although, Amanda Buss, eh?
Well, the things I've heard in toilet walls about her, are not worth repeating.
That's where I got her number from.
I tell you what, she's made me a fortune since she joined my agency.
What's that?
Doing what?
What agency is that?
The pimping agency.
Good morning, madam.
She's made me a lot of money.
I don't know where this is going. Where is this going?
Well, basically, she's just good at taking. I was trying to be subtle about it, but none of you by taking the back. Shut up, she takes it. She takes it all.
I've never heard of giraffe being dirty before. I think I like it. It might be my new fish.
Well, she's got a very deep throat.
I know. I think she was cheating. She's got a long neck. She's probably looking over Dave's shoulder.
I don't sleep with Dave. Bloody hell.
All right. No, I meant in the studio. I don't mean in the biblical sense.
All right, you meant I was looking over his shoulder and cheating in the quiz.
Yeah.
I thought you cheating on benefit bear.
No, I didn't. I meant quiz cheating, not actual sexual cheating.
Oh, no. Benefit bear knows that if I'm getting paid for it, it's just my job. It's like like a chef's wife or husband don't get upset if they start cooking for other people. That's what prostitution's like with me and Benefit Bear.
This is a new backstory, isn't it? Finding everything out tonight. I don't know. Listen, when Trevor's on, I think I don't watching this. Listening to this.
Yeah, and you know, I've missed Trev tonight.
Have you? Do you want me to ring him up?
Nah, not really.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to be nice.
Oh. Well, what are you being nice to me for? I'm not associated with that deviant man.
He's such a deviant man. He makes it onto lists.
He does, and he didn't even go to Edinburgh. I even bought a ticket, the little cheating git.
Yeah, he claimed he'd gone to Edinburgh, and he said there was a venue and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. People, that Trevor Feelgood sent people on the merry dance.
I think he was trying to get him to go to the strip club, but it didn't.
Oh, of course he knows where that is.
Oh, yes. If Geraldine wants any extra work, I know what the number is of it. If she wants to move in from prostitution into the stripping industry, it's quite an easy step. It's like one more.
I'll be honest with you, Steve. I've stepped from stripping to prostitution, back to stripping. A little bit of softcore porn, a little bit of hardcore porn. You name it, I've done it, son.
Hardcore porn? What is that, on roofs?
No, I'll tell you what it is on. Pebbles.
Bloody hell.
I'll tell you what would have been better if I said it was on a man's six-pack. Because when I saw him working out for he's hardcore.
You can edit it in, it's fine.
Not of this producer. He fucking hates me. Because I give him so much work to do with that fucking bleep button. Edit.
But if you want naughty videos, go to Skeggy.
Hold on. I can't remember speaking then.
I'm sure you just said.
But if you want naughty videos, go to Skeggy. Oh, he's got a cheesy willy.
There we go.
I don't know what's going on now.
You're not supposed to know what's going on. It's all these technical issues we've had this evening. There's been all sorts going on. I don't know what's going on.
Guns are great fun. If you look where his clothes, that's what's going to happen.
You will get a sandy mound.
I think this has all just got a bit silly now.
It's effing ridiculous.
It is indeed. You know what? I think with everything that's gone on this evening and no AMJ, maybe we shall just say good night here.
Yeah, I think maybe. And I'll tell you what, I've got a message from Trevor Feelgood's girlfriend, actually.
Fireman Sam calls in the SAS. Shoot this little ginger.
That's not what he said.
Was it not? Oh, okay. What was it he said then?
I tell you what, it's what he said. Well, what she said, is not playing, which is annoying. Never mind.
Massive tits.
Good night, you
There you go.
What was that?
Steve talks over it. There you go. This is a message from Chris's, not Chris's, Trevor's girlfriend. It's not going to play now, is it? Oh,
Massive tits.
No, forget it. Forget it. It played. And so
Good night, you twats.
There you go.
What was it meant to say?
It just said it. Did you not hear it?
No.
It said good night, you twats.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Oh dear. Right. So massive thanks to Steve Nightingale and well done to Geraldine for winning the quiz.
Thanks very much.
And we'll be back next week with a proper podcast, a full length podcast with AMJ and have we got a guest booked in for next week yet?
Yes, we have. I don't like to announce it because some people let us down really, really late on.
Oh no, as long as we've got a guest for next week, then that's all good. Keep an eye on the socials for information on what's going on. Of course, Instagram is now LTD Pod for Living the Dream Pod. That's what it is now on Instagram. If you want to follow us on there, LTD Pod. That's easy enough to find on there. And of course, all the usual socials, Living the Dream, live podcasts. Simple as that. And you can get in touch with ideas, and if you've got any guests that you would recommend, any comedians you reckon we should get on, you can email podcasts@musicalinsights.co.uk and support us as well on the Acast supporter thingy, which the link is available on all your podcast sites.
Yes. And that's a very nice thing to do, everybody.
Yes.
And bombshell, I'm going to say goodnight.
I'm going to say goodnight as well.
And I'm going to say piss off your dreamers.
Yeah. Good night, dreamers. Dream well.
Sweet dreams. I didn't mean it. I love you all. Especially those that contribute with money.
It's all about the money, money, money.
Am I still meant to be here?
You can say good night if you want.
Oh, good night. Good night. Good night, listener. Good night, Trevor. He's probably listening.
He probably is. And El Baldino and the wonderful anti-doing battalion. I still swoon when I think of him. I think I want to get him back again. I just hope his cat don't hoik up again.
That was funny. The cat throwing up halfway through the podcast.
I heard that's been nominated for Mercury Radio Moment of the Century.
Yeah, I think it was.
Musical Insights.